Welcome back to Fostering Kingdoms. This is a space for foster carers who know that life can be messy, but also want to build something beautiful anyway. Here we hold faith, real life, and understand the courage it takes to grow, not just for the children in our care, but also for us too. There is room for joy here. There is space to breathe, and I am so glad that you are here with us on this journey. So let's dive in. Today's episode is for foster carers who are ready to start building a future with faith, clarity, and hope. The last few episodes, they've been more about having permission to rest, to enjoy life, and to start following God's calling over your life without guilt and shame. So today, let's take that one step further, because permission is only the beginning. This episode is about vision. It's about believing that more is possible for you and your life, and trusting in God's calling over your life. Not in a forceful way, not in a striving way, not having to hustle and add more to your to-do list, but in a way that comes from walking closely with God and trusting His heart over your life. As foster carers, that is just a small part of our journey. It's just the label, the name tag that we go with. But fostering isn't the end of our journey. It is not the end of our calling that God has over us. And one of the biggest lies that so many foster carers carry with them each and every day is this is it. This is as far as my life goes. I am stuck, trapped. I'm unable to do what I want to do because I have to put other people's wants and needs before my own. But I want you to know that fostering is not the end of your story. This is just a chapter, and yes, it is a meaningful one, but it's refining you, it's refining your character. This is not the conclusion of your life. God hasn't just closed the book on your life because you foster. No, He holds the pen, and He is going to be writing the next chapters. He is calling you to more. So God doesn't just pause your life when you say yes to caring for others, but He weaves that yes into something bigger than you can see right now. And in time, all will be revealed for you. But right now, you're in the season of believing in trusting in God. You may not see the fruit right now, but this is why we are building on the vision. Because having that vision, it grows alongside having the responsibility that is placed over us. So since fostering, my life hasn't just grown in a straight line. There's been ups, there's been downs, there has been multiple house moves across multiple counties within the UK. I've carried my third little boy and brought him into this world while still having multiple placements alongside. I supported those children through different seasons of their lives as well. I've written several books, I've bought my first home, I've paid off my car, I live a debt-free life. And now I'm building Fostering Kingdoms to show other carers what is possible, that your life doesn't just stop because you say yes to other people. But I want you to know that none of this happened overnight. I've been a carer for almost 7 years now, but none of it has come from hustle either. It has all come from staying open to where God was leading me. Even when the path felt unclear, even when there was times when I didn't think things were possible, like buying the house that I'm in right now, there was no way on earth we were going to be able to purchase the house that we did, but God interceded all of that, and I just kept trusting in Him. I held the vision that the house that we were in was going to be my house. So when we have vision, that doesn't remove the responsibility that we have as carers, but it does allow us to build in our stewardship over what God has entrusted with us and also where He's leading us to. God is giving us so much, but He will only give us what we're able to handle. And yes, He wants to give us so many gifts. He wants to shower us with gifts because God's abundance is bigger than we can possibly imagine. And for many of us, when we hear the word abundance, we just automatically think of money. But God's abundance is so much more than that. He provides us with peace, provision, stability, opportunities, freedom, growth, and in my case, a home. And it's the quiet confidence that knowing that God is not trying to keep our lives small. He delights in caring for us. Let that just sink in. He delights in caring for us because we are still his children. Yes, we may be foster carers, but we are still children of God. And when we trust in him, our lives truly begin to reflect that care. When we can receive God's care for us, we are able to give that out. So don't feel guilty if you want to have a vision over your life and your future, because having a vision for your life, that's stewardship. That's taking accountability and responsibility for where you are right now. It's not a selfish act. Wanting more doesn't mean that you're ungrateful for what you have right now. It just means that you are paying attention. You are listening to God's calling. And God, he entrusts us with lives, homes, families, but also he entrusts us with creativity and influence. He invites us to steward that as well. He invites us to walk in obedience with him. So leading your life with intention, that's actually an act of faithfulness. Listening to God when he calls you to move, to fulfill everything that he's asking for you. But building a vision with God, it's not about control. And if anything, it's about surrendering your desires back to God. Like he's put it in your heart and you're saying, thank you. Thank you for giving me this gift. This is how I can see it. This is like the end result that I can see. But I need to give it back to you for you to help guide me to get to that end result. So it's about moving in alignment and about moving in growth. And it's about allowing ourselves to experience more. God's just going to give us small bits along the way. And for some of us, vision can feel really overwhelming. So let's keep it really simple. So step one is about naming your desire. And name it without apology. If God's put it in your heart, it's for you to create. Are you wanting to write the book? Are you wanting to start a business? Are you wanting to start your own podcast or YouTube channel? Are you wanting to have more creativity? Are you wanting to decorate your home in a way that lights you up? Are you wanting more growth to go and study? What is it that you are asking God for? What is it that he has put in your heart? Number two is then invite God into that and ask him, God, what are you building with me in this season? Invite God into every small part of that vision. And then step three, this is just about taking one small faithful step. You don't have to have all of the answers straight away. God may just give you one small step for you to begin, and take that step consistently and trust in that process. It may not make any sense to you right now, but if God is calling you to take that step, just keep going. Just each and every day, just keep showing up for yourself. It may be that you're wanting to write a book and you may just have 10 minutes within your day that you can just write a couple of sentences, maybe a page, maybe you'll get a chapter. But doing that consistently, before you know it, you will have that book in your hands. And I cannot tell you enough how incredible that feels when you have made the time and space to follow God, to listen to each and every step that he calls you to, and then you finally have that end product that God put in your heart. It's beautiful. But don't take that with added pressure. So if your world has felt narrow lately, let this be your reminder that your future is not closed, your life is not on pause, and your calling didn't end the day that you became a foster carer. God's love for you is so vast. His plans are gentle and good, and his hand has been over your life even in the quiet seasons. Sometimes I want to shout from the mountains just how good God's love is. And today I hope that you feel even a glimpse of that truth for yourself, to know that God is with you and he's calling you into more. He wants to create with you, and that more is possible for you, not because that you have to strive and struggle through, not because you have to prove yourself to anyone, but because God is faithful. And fostering It is beautiful, it will stretch you, and it will change lives. Fostering is just a part of your journey, it's not the end of it. Hold that vision, take the next step, and I'll catch you on the next episode.